G'day guys, how are you going today? I want to talk about how to improve your WN8 in, three relatively easy, breezy steps. I've been watching a lot of videos recently from other YouTubers about how to improve your WN8, and one thing that a lot of them are pretty much saying is that you should be effectively doing more damage and playing aggressively. And I think that those are two I think that they're relatively. Like doing more damage, okay, that's understandable, but playing aggressively, I think that's a really stupid thing to say because some tanks you can't play aggressively in. For example, this tank here, the Scorpion G, this is not a tank to go up onto the front lines and play aggressively. And you'll see here in a moment that I do something pretty stupid, and and it just goes to show that I don't, or I shouldn't be, playing aggressively. Also, something really weird. Do you see that guy over there? Matt B. I don't know if that's his name or if he's trying to copy my name. Surely not. I feel like I'm not that big, right? But I just thought that was really interesting seeing that. I noticed that watching the replay back. I was like, is that supposed to? Is that? That's just weird. So I guess good on you, or I don't know. Who knows if it was supposed to be me? I don't have a unique name like Quiggy Baby or anything. There I go out forward, and I'm really happy. I got that AMX 12T, and then I realized that was a really stupid idea to go that far forward, and I get hit by the Leo. Anyway, guys, the basis of improving your WN8 comes down to I think four different things. It's just getting a lot of damage, how much damage you get overall, how many enemy tanks you destroy overall, defending your cap and how much damage points or cap points you take away, and also your win rate. So keep all those four things in mind. They're the four things that you really need to be able to increase your WN8. But you don't need to aim for those things to increase your WN8, and you should be aiming for other things, and those things will come naturally. They will come naturally to you. So there's three things, in my opinion, to increase your WN8 that has worked for me, and something that I don't follow religiously, but I really should, because that's the way it will work. So one is know the limits of your tank and be patient. What are the limits of the Scorpion G? Well, it's got no armor. That is its biggest limitation. Having said that, its strength is its gun. So its limit is its armor, but its strength is its gun. Play to the strengths, and really try and minimize the weakness of this tank. So where I'm at right now, hiding and cowering behind a solid object is very important in this tank, as long as I can see the enemy tanks, of course, and just using this gun as a long-range sniper, because that is what it's meant for. So do your research on the tank you play, on the tank you're about to play. What is its strengths? What is its weaknesses? Because maybe you don't know, maybe you're not that experienced, and that's okay, but do the research, and that way you'll find out. Number two is map awareness. Look at where I've gone on this map. You'll notice that I have not gone to the city. Why have I not gone to the city? Well, I don't want to get picked apart in the city because I know that this tank is going to get picked apart really easily. It's got no armor and everything's going to hit it in close quarters combat. My gun is better at long range, but those guns like the Lerva, well, the Lerva has a pretty good gun, but the KV-85, especially, for example, has a gun that's really good at close range, but not very good at long range. So I'm going to play to the strengths of my tank, and I'm going to minimize the strengths of the enemy team's tank. I know that these tanks here, a lot of these medium tanks or whatever are moving and doing a lot of movement in general. That's going to make their aim a lot worse, but it means that I can pick them apart and they're going to be advancing towards me. So I'm able to pick them apart quite easily, and you can see that so far I'm doing pretty well. Yes, my team is losing. Yes, we're almost bound to lose, and we will lose in this game, spoiler alert. But I'm still playing to the strengths of my tank, and in general, that is increasing my WN8. So if that's all you're concerned about, then you're doing pretty well. And even in general, this will make you a better tanker regardless. So know where to go in tanks, and in the link below, I'm going to link a place where you can learn about different places to go in World of Tanks on the maps, and it will show you like good places to go and places you might not have thought to go. And if you don't know maps very well, it'll show you good places that many other people go. So here I'm pretty much stuffed in my tank, but we'll keep going on anyway. And number three, know when to stop playing. This is so important. If you're having a bad time playing, if you're playing a lot and you just keep losing, or you're not enjoying the game, you've lost morale, there is no point in playing at all. There really is no point in playing. You're just going to ruin your WN8. And your WN8 is going to get lower and lower and lower and lower and lower in how you're playing. So know when to stop playing. If you're not enjoying the games, don't play. Find another game to play. Go for a walk. I don't know. I would probably go to the gym or go for a walk or something like that. Just do something you enjoy. Go eat. Just go eat you fatty. So guys, just so you can see, although I lost this game, in the end, my WN8 for this game was probably somewhere in the 2,000 to 3,000 range. I'm almost 100% certain. And yes, I did lose the game, but I played to the strengths of this tank. So if we go through the checklist there, one, I knew the limits of the tank. I remembered the limits of the tank. You can remember when I went forward and I destroyed that light tank, but then I was hit. That is not good for this tank. I shouldn't have rushed forward like that. That was stupid. That's something you should not do in this tank, but in some tanks, it would be a smart thing to do. For example, the mouse. For example, any sort of really heavily armored tank that is supposed to tank for your team. Otherwise, throughout the game, I think I played pretty well. Not very too aggressively, but I really played to the strength of this gun, which is pretty much a mobile gun carrier. It's a glass cannon, but it's a very good glass cannon at that. So I knew the limits of my tank, I was patient, and in the end, I had a pretty decent result. Number 2, map awareness. I was pretty aware of the map. I knew that I wasn't supposed to go into the town, because if I went into the town with this tank, I would be facing off against well-armored tanks that could probably bounce my shot. I mean, in this matchup, probably not, but in general, could bounce my shots, but would have a very, it wouldn't be playing to the strengths of my tank. My tank is a long-range sniper. And being in a town environment, that would have been pretty silly to go straight into the town. I would have gotten torn apart by any tank. If I had gotten flanked, torn apart, etc. So I'm glad I did not go into the city, because that would have been stupid. But in some tanks, it would have been smart to go into that part of the city map. And number 3, and it doesn't really apply here, but you know, knowing when to stop playing is very, very important, because once you start having bad game after bad game after bad game, your morale is lower, you play worse. It's pretty simple in how it works. But otherwise, let's just have a quick look at the stats of this game. I got a Mastery Badge 3rd class. I didn't expect to do amazing. I got a Fighter Medal, a Sharpshooter, Arsonist, Master Gunner, 5 for Effect, and a Bruiser Medal, as well as a High Caliber. Overall, I did the highest amount of damage across both the teams. So if you're looking at doing more damage, well, clearly playing to those 3 rules there, I really did more damage. That's something pretty important as well. My WN8 would have been pretty damn good for this game. And I got 4 kills in total, still made a good profit, and didn't do very well with experience, but that's to be expected. We didn't win the game. But anyway, guys, thank you very, very much for watching. If you did enjoy this video, please do consider leaving it a thumbs up. It really does help me out, and I'll catch you next time.